Hey guys, Boris Glassberg from BK. Good to be with you. This is a trade set up for 125.13, breaking all records in FX today as all pairs go crazy. Past performance not indicative of future results. Trading Forex carries high level risk, may not be suitable for all investors. High degree of leverage can work against you as well as for you. And before deciding to trade any such leverage products, you should carefully consider investment objectives, level of experience, and risk appetite. Possibility exists you can sustain the loss somewhere your initial investment, and therefore you should not invest money you cannot afford to lose. You should be aware of all the risks associated with trading on margin and seek advice from an independent financial advisor. Information, including commentary trade ideas, provided at bpkforce.com, should not be relied upon as substitute for extensive independent research. The information and opinions presented do not take into account any particular individual investment objectives, financial situation, or needs. So if you should obtain advice based upon unique situation, and before making any investment decision, you should tailor trade size and leverage to your personal risk appetite. We're not responsible for any loss occurred in these investments made by us, by readers and clients as a result of any information contained by us, and we do not render legal, tax, accounting, or other professional advice. Okay, man, awesome final day of the week in what's been a very, very active week this week. Let's just look at the calendar first. Let me just pull out the calendar. Bear with me. Trying to stretch this thing out into the screen size. Basically, two key events today. We have the IFO. Here we go. We have the IFO market looking for 103. The PMIs yesterday were very strong. The ZOO was very strong. So obviously at this point, I think the expectation is not just 103, but maybe around 104. If we get a good print, that's just going to help push the euro even higher. Euro is already trading at best levels of the year so far. And the other big event is the UK GDP. Everybody anticipates a weak number, but yesterday RBS came out with a whisper that's going to say 0.2. If the GDP number is actually much better than expected, which is 0.1 or 0.2, that is in the positive territory, should be very positive for cable, because cable has been under a huge amount of pressure on the assumption that we're going to have a negative print. If on the other hand we have a print at around minus 0.3, you probably see it tumble to the ground. U.S. new home sales, but the only thing that's on the calendar. That's pretty much it. Let's look at the euro today, because that's been the big mover in the Asian session. You can see that we took out basically the absolute key 34 level pre-IFO on the assumption that essentially I think the number is going to be pretty good. This also obviously was driven by very, very strong flows in euro yen. Look at euro yen. That's a new fresh highs as well. So all of these things are helping to lift a very, very positive risk appetite as we walk into Europe. Now that 34 is broken, obviously it opens up the whole territory all the way to 34.50 and possibly 3500. You look at the dailies, you don't have anything in to block us for a very long time. Let's look at this. You basically cleared this level of resistance and cleared this level of resistance, and now you're really looking towards the 35 handle. That's really where we're headed. If we can just sustain this and move a little higher, a good push out of IFO should help push us even further up into the zone. So that looks very, very positive, and we'll see how it takes us for the rest of the night. If we start to fail here, then certainly let's look at this more closely. If we give back the 34 handle, come right back into the zone, that's going to represent pretty much the fourth fail, because we're basically around 34.10, nowhere near higher levels. And that could take us right back down to the 34.50, which is the new support level here on the short-term level. So I'll be watching this very carefully, see how this develops. But for now, it seems all systems go for the euro as far as the key major levels have been broken. The yen also took out in early Asian trade its year-to-date highs, but is stalling right here ahead of the 90.75 do not touch, double no touch option handle. There's a belief that there's a massive 90.75 expiry going on. The key thing is, if 90.75 can be broken, 9100 pretty much should be the roll too. So I think that's going to be the very, very interesting struggle in the yen here. If we can come up through the 90.70, 90.75, once we can take out these levels, that should be a very helpful push towards dollar yen to the upside. new home sales today in the U.S. could possibly be one of those drivers. We'll have to see. The U.S. data has been positive, and I said that's one of the key drivers for yen as we go forward. Yesterday on the close, we had this massive move. Basically, we spent all the day here right around the 90.25 level, and then on the close, you had this burst of activity that pretty much took us to fresh highs. And then the Japanese open over here took us all the way to 69, but not quite to the 75. So 75 is the key level in the yen today as we progress. Cable obviously are performing much better, and again, possibly speculation ahead of the GDP number. It's going to be better. It certainly held right above the 57.50 level, and now it's really starting to really take off. And for now, this looks like to be a bottom. Now, if we do have positive GDP numbers, that's really going to be constructive for cable for a short covering rally all the way possibly to 5,900, as everybody is very much short the pair on the assumption that it's going to be very, very weak. If we do have bad numbers, 57.50 goes. If 57.50 goes, it really opens up a way all the way down to 5,700. So it should be a very interesting move in cable in the next couple of hours as we get the data going forward. And Aussie is also finding a modicum of support here, but still looks terribly weak, and basically still scraping the bottom here near the 104.40 level. A 104.40 is the lows of the day. Those get taken, we could be pushing towards the 104 on the downside. The net result of all this is you see the Euro Aussie spread is going all the way to yearly highs. We already broke the 2,800, and if we get further Euro strength or Aussie weakness, let's look at the dailies here. As you see, we're zeroing in on the 129 level. That's the key level here, where we're at these key resistance levels here, but a push further by the euro above 34s, with Aussie still being weak, could really target 29 as the major level here in the Euro Aussie spread. That's how it sets up. Should be a really interesting day with lots of key levels for us to look at. Wish you guys the best of luck. Boris Schlossberg over and out.